I can proudly tell you this. Being a one Nigeria is a crime against humanity. By the end of this video, you will understand why Nigeria will never stand as a nation come 2027. The Nigerian politicians are busy campaigning for 2027 general election, whereas the food that America is cooking for them, they will never eat it and succeed. So please, I'm urging you to just sit well, comport yourself. Let's see why this video is causing a lot of controversy over there and why this video is trending the most. Don't miss this video for anything. Let's watch the video. It's worth watching. Don't go anywhere.
The thing is that, when somebody wants to run away from his responsibility, he will look for somebody to blame. The question is, what the US is accusing Kwankwaso of, is it a fact? Because did he not introduce the what is it called now? Sharia in Kano. Did he do that or not? Is that what he's supposed to do? Nigeria is a secular state, for God's sake.
Why are they starting with Kwankwaso?
Well, I came out of the plane and a young man that is well dressed with a nice suit came to me and said, I am from the DSS, Department of State Security, and would like to meet with you in our office. I said, that's fine. Where is the letter of invitation? He said, my bosses have it. I will escort you to them. I said, I'm going through immigration. I have to do that. Just get me the letter.
Anybody that come across this video must confess over it. Yes, it is heartbroken. Nigeria will never get away with the evil that they have committed against the innocent citizen. So please, I'm urging you to sit and comport yourself. Let's see the end of this video so that you see that particular thing that make this video the most trending video. Please don't watch it in a hurry because it's worth watching. Let's continue.
The thing is that, when somebody wants to run away from his responsibility, he will look for somebody to blame. The question is, what the US is accusing Kwankwaso of, is it a fact? Because did he not introduce the what is it called now? Sharia in Kano. Did he do that or not? Is that what he's supposed to do? Nigeria is a secular state, for God's sake.
Why are they starting with Kwankwaso?
Because what are you telling me? He's the one that started all this system.
No, he wasn't. It was
Yerima is no longer in office.
Shatima is Kwankwaso in office.
Good. Yerima is no longer and is not prominent in this political dispensation.
Okay.
So they want to tell you that this man that wants to
Kwankwaso is no longer prominent. He's just an aspirant.
Hold on, Mr. Okoro. I like what the US have done. You see, over there, whenever you are coming up for political office, they go to your root.
Okay.
They go to your root. They start from your childhood. They are telling Nigerians that you see this man that is coming, he has a very bad antecedent. And they brought it up. So somebody who introduced Sharia when he was the governor, please, if he becomes the president, what will he introduce? Is it not jihad? No, just look at it from that angle. The US is trying to alert us on who this man. Many people don't even know that Kwankwaso have such a background. They didn't know that he introduced the Sharia while he was in office. Apart from this other thing he did when Jonathan was in office, that he told Jonathan, remove Festus Odimegwu, the man who wanted to give us a scientific census to know how many we are. He said that Jonathan should remove this man if he wants a second term. And at the end of the day, Jonathan removed the man and they never gave him second term. So Kwankwaso has a very bad antecedent. And the US is trying to point at it so that we don't make another mistake. A man who introduced Sharia, when he become the president, he will introduce the jihad. That's just the simple truth. Is it not obvious? From what they have said and what they have done so far, is it not obvious that these guys, their own intention of getting power is to introduce what? Jihad. You can see it in their utterances, in their behavior, in their body language.
Mr. Gomo, a lot of Nigerians, many Nigerians, you know, see it as troubling, and it's concerning to them that, I mean, America is going beyond its brief. You know, that I think they understand that there's a bilateral agreement on with United States in terms of military cooperation, but they don't see that in politics. Why are they wading into Nigeria's politics? Nigerians are asking.
Because you did not do that. You have not taken charge of your affairs. That's why somebody wants to do it for you.
So are we asking America to come and take over Nigeria? Or
if the leadership of this country did not want it, they would have said something about it. Yeah, the leadership of this country is tacitly in cahoot with the Americans. You remember we copied this democracy from America, and they don't want to see you mess it up. It is their baby. Yes, it is the presidential democracy is the baby of America. They molded it, they nurtured it, they introduced it, they invented it. And so they wouldn't want you to mess it up, Mr. Okoro. Yeah, it's their baby. They want to tell you that this is how these things are done. Yes. What is wrong with that? No, tell me, what is wrong with that? You collected my product and I gave you the manual on how to use it. When I see you misusing it another, won't I be worried? I will be worried now. That is the truth. So America wants to tell you how democracy is done, how it is practiced. After all, they have Muslims in America. And this type of nonsense is never had. It's never had. Why would some particular ethnic group or religious group want everybody to kowtow to them?
But okay, now, Mr. Gomo, how much of this proposed legislation is going to affect Kwankwaso's chances?
I think he's dead on arrival, though.
Really?
He's dead on arrival. He can't even go forward now. I'm not joking. Okay. Because knowing fully well that America will not support him.
Can we interrogate the antecedents of the current Vice President, Kassim Shettima, when he was governor of Borno State?
No, before that time, America have not taken interest in Nigeria. Okay. And now that the man has been chosen and things are going this way, you can see that they don't want him again. Yes, that's why they are saying that no more Muslim tickets.
Who said that?
The Americans.
At what point? I didn't hear that.
I said they have said it. That's why Shettima, his position is shaking. You can see on several forums when they introduce the Tinubu, you will hear the voice, and people are beginning to put two and two together. Is that not true? And because the Muslim ticket did not help us, so why must we continue with it? Mr. Okoro, under their watch, look at how Nigeria is. So people believe that it is this Muslim ticket that is giving the terrorists and their followers the impetus to do what they are doing. That their brothers are in charge, they are in power.
Okay.
And so they can do. So we want to stop it.
All right.
He said, my bosses have it. I will escort you to them. I said, I'm going through immigration. I have to do that. Just get me the letter. So he said, okay. But I noticed that as I started going, more and more people came out. Apparently, I didn't know because I slept through most of the flight, and even when we landed, I didn't call any of my guys to learn what was going on. But apparently, they had moved about 50 DSS operatives to the airport with the specific instructions that I should be detained, I should be abducted and detained. I will come to other details. But so we started working, but I saw more people coming out. You know, I'm a politician, I'm used to crowds, I'm used to people surrounding me. And then as we moved forward, we came to the point that I either go right for immigration or left for the e-visa. And the two officers came forward, one big fat one and another about my height, and said, we are from the DSS, sir, we are going this way. We need to go to your office. I said, I'm not going to your office. I'm not going anywhere until you show me a letter of invitation. Your guy said you have a letter. He said, no, sir. I said, if you don't have a letter, I'm not going. You know my house. I live very close to the DSS headquarters. I can even walk down there if you bring a letter of invitation. So I tried to turn right, and they tried to force me to go left. I said, look, don't touch me. I'm going with my passport to have it stamped. And I'm not going where you want. He said, you have to go to where I want. I said, even the president cannot tell me I have to do anything. It's a free country, it's a democratic country, and I don't have to do anything that I do not wish to do. So you are just a middle level or senior civil servant. The president cannot tell me what to do. Don't say I have to. It's inappropriate language. And I turned right. By then, of course, some of the passengers had come and began to form a crowd. So I turned right and I moved on, presented my passport, it got stamped. And remember, before you stamp the passport, a DSS operative has to look at it and then hand over to the immigration officer. This were done. If there was any issue that is really official, the DSS operative would have told me we've been asked to hold your passport. So they stamped, gave me my passport, and I walked out. But these guys were still following me, saying I have to go with them. I said, you are wasting your time. I'm not going. I'm a citizen of this country, and I've been in government long enough to know the process, the procedure for any investigation. You are free to invite me, and I have been in government long enough to respect institutions. So just give me a letter of invitation. If you don't have a letter of invitation, forget it. I'm not going. But he felt that he could take me by force with the 50 armed DSS operatives he had. But by then, the crowd had become bigger. Passengers from the plane that came with me, as well as the people that came to receive me, now surrounded and said, that's not going to happen. They came up with a second scam. Where is your passport? I said, it's just been stamped. You saw it stamped. Yes, and then one of the immigration officers that is their surrogate said, no, we want to check something on the passport. I said, sorry, once the passport is stamped, it's my private property. And I held on to it. But one of my aides quickly took it away from me, maybe thinking that he would protect it better. That's the aide that got beaten up, and they seized the passport from him.
They beat him up.
They beat him up. If I had the passport with me, I would I would not be talking this. So this is essentially what happened. They are overpowered. They came with 50 people, but I think maybe 45 out of the 50 decided that this is not appropriate or this is not possible. And I was actually quite touched, Charles, by the way people spontaneously, without any knowledge or any plan.
Well, I would say as a person, it did not come to me as a surprise. I saw it coming as soon as Dr. Musa Rabiu Kwankwaso took those lawmakers you just mentioned to the cleaners when they actually questioned their propriety of coming to, investigate the country and asking America to allow us use our discretion in paving the way for, a truly free society. It's also shocking in the other way, if you look at it the other way, because Dr. Musa Rabiu Kwankwaso is, has been one of the most profound in terms of, education, encouragement and all that. Do not forget that when he was the first coming, 1999 to 2003, he was the first person that introduced the very first university in Kano State, Kano State University of Technology. And when he was removed, who removed him, may care to ask. They were the ulamas and those people that were really pro-Sharia. Suffice it to say that Dr. Musa Rabiu Kwankwaso was actually very reluctant in giving vent to the Sharia thing. So much so that even the ulamas and Islamic clerics at the time, they were trying to even lynch a quote. And even public outings, he was not even going. He was sending the subordinate or 2IC Danduje to them. So I'm shocked in that sense that somebody that was, reluctant in introducing Sharia, Sharia is now one of the grounds on which they are putting these very, this very slot on him. So, but be that as it may, we keep asking that the Congress, the two House of Rep members, does not aggregate the entire Congress. I believe that the American Congress will do it right. And,
no, definitely, this is an attack on his reputation.
Yeah.
So, what options are available to him to challenge or contest such a classification internationally?
Yeah, we have started reaching out, and I think the American Congress, I don't think they were sleeping on their ass. Don't forget that only recently the government in power, hired some people to do their laundry for them. So I'm sure that these two House of Rep members, they are, it's in bid to checkmate the rising profile of Dr. Musa Rabi Kwankwaso, because they are scared, because he's the only person that has that of mammoth support in the country. Only recently,
in the country or in Kano State?
No, in the country. Only recently, the entire APC, came up with the idea that they just registered 10 million voters. Kano alone, even with INEC accreditation, we have up to 8 million votes. So they know we have not even taken a stand, but they are scared. I'm sure they were able to extend this.
The double standard of this country called Nigeria is none to compare. How can the North is busy protecting the people that have been making the life of the common man so miserable in the extent of unaliving them in daily, and yet they are proud to their politician? But come to think of it, why is it that the Southeasterners, the Southeastern politicians are so desperate to make this country one, rather than asking for disintegration of this country? What are their benefits? Oh, maybe their benefit is that they like the way the Nigerian government are unaliving their own people every day by day. That is why we stand and to say no to it. Look at what is playing. Yes, the Kwankwaso have been in the watch list of a terrorist sponsor, being discovered by the United States of America based on the underground intelligence, followed by El-Rufai. And many of them, all the northern elites, the so-called northern politicians, they are all involved. Because the northern elites, the first-class northern elite politicians are Fulanis. And all the Fulanis are involved in sponsoring this terrorism. Because their aim was to Islamize this country. And yet, the northerners are busy protecting their own. But once it comes to the things that concerns the Southeast that's supposed to protect their own, they becomes an errant boys. Is that how it's supposed to be? What the America is cooking for Nigeria, they will never finish it. They are busy talking about 2027 election, while America is busy planning different things entirely to the country called Nigeria. Nigeria can never succeed as a country because it was never designed to be a country. Nigeria was designed to fail by the Britain. Our founding fathers, the secret was hidden inside, deep down the textbook. That is why they could not find it early. And today, look at where we are. The results have caused a lot of casualties. Yes, the only man that saw tomorrow, which is Ojukwu, saw these things that is coming for years back, and he proposed for the betterment of this country. But the northerners, through the advice of the so-called Britain, they deceived the West and the North. And today, look at where we are. And here another man rose, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the prophet of our own time. He came up with a lot of good solutions to Nigeria, and yet Nigeria come after him and prison him for life sentence for what they have exposed him. And today, everything that he prophesied in 10 years back have come in fulfillment, except one thing. Biafra quest is an ideology that nobody born by any woman can quench it. Not even the Nigerian government, not even the white imperialists, the Britain that have been making life so miserable to a common man. Not even the Britain that have been involved in making life so miserable to Nigerians. They can never quench the fire. The more they try to stop it, the more it escalates the more. And at the end, they will compromise. And Biafra will march. He said, and so shall it be. He say,